Laynie and welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Leave it in the comment section down below. Oh my goodness, I am getting a late start. It is 7:30 at night. I don't usually film this late, so I'm sorry if my lighting is off, but I had to sneak down here and get it done because I've got a whole bunch of filming I need to focus on this weekend. So I was like, now's the time, and holy moly, April's here. So I've got to get out the monthly fragrance tray. I'm behind. Where did March go? So if you enjoy monthly fragrance trays, some of my favorite content, honestly. If you enjoy beauty content, a little bit of lifestyle content sprinkled on in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the community here. You won't regret it. Honestly, we have some great people here. And okay, yes, so if you want to see my April tray and hear my thoughts on my March tray, then make sure you stick around and let's go. I have two beverages here. Bubbly, getting hydrated, some decaf tea because it's way too late for that. Quick little side note. We had beautiful spring, super warm weather, right? Easter weekend, it was 70 plus degrees. It was gorgeous. And now we've been having snow again. And it has been so gloomy and chilly that I was like, coming down here to our lower portion of the house gets cold at night. So I'm like, I need something warm, but I can't have caffeine this late. And on top of that, I'm like, it's hard for me to get my mindset in the springy vibes. I was so all in spring, craving all things spring fragrance. And then this weather hit and now I'm kind of feeling like winter again. And so I'm just like, I'm just not sure what to put on my April tray. It's a struggle. But I do want to first talk about what I used in March. I will link March's video down below in case you want to go back and see what I picked. So I had decided I was going to use all my Scentbirds because I had Scentbird for quite a while. Stashed away quite a few of my travel size sprays, trial size, whatever you want to call it, and then never reached for them. And I was like, it's time. I'm going to reach for them. I was like, I'm doing mainly Scentbird tray. I love that I did that because it made me use them. So I did decide to declutter some. I enjoyed the Get a Room and the original, and I didn't mind the Get a Room with champagne. But it just was a little too unisexy for me where I'm like, I like it. Like it was fun to spray on, smell, but it wasn't going to be something I was going to reach for and use up that whole spray. Did not like Cherry Punk at all. And I hear so many rave reviews here on YouTube and everybody's nose is different. I'm not saying they're wrong, but for me, it was not good. I hear it often compared to Lost Cherry, and I get that. The type of cherry, the type of spice in there, very similar. But it is leathery, and I am not a leather person. The only leather that didn't really bother me was the sugared leather. I bought a sample of that, but it was still too leathery where I was like, fun sample to use, but I would never buy a full bottle of that. I'm just not a leather girl. I feel like that is a note. You either love it so much or you hate it so much, and I'm kind of much more in the hate it so much category. So I just didn't love it. For me, I would much rather wear my alt version of Lost Cherry or my Novitude Venom of Love, which is like a Lost Cherry chocolatey yumminess. So that is way more up my alley. So Cherry Punk wasn't for me. I actually did like Lust for Sun. Very yummy, coconutty, summery, sunscreeny vibes. A lot of floral in there. Very beautiful. More potent than some of their other fragrances that I've owned or tried. But I just feel like I have other things in my collection that I need to show some love to that are in that similar realm. And then, I never know how to say it, the Etat Libre d'Orange. Frustration was far too unisex, leaning masculine for me. I love a good chestnut note. That's why I wanted to try it, but wasn't for me. Now, ones that I decided to keep in my collection because I can see myself actually using these up. The Hermetica Amber Bee smells a lot like Absolute Aphrodisiac by Initio. Honestly, very reminiscent of it. I do have an inspired by of that, but this is really lovely. Honestly, really pretty. And then their Appear. This is one that I didn't wear as much as I had hoped to. Like I think I sprayed it a couple times, but it was enjoyable. I can't tell you much about it, but I enjoyed it enough that I'm going to keep it in my collection. I really like this. Is it Lice Bow? It's like a woody vanilla. The definitely kind of clean girl aesthetic, not too in your face, could be unisex. This is kind of classy, sophisticated to me because I love playful, flirty, fun kind of fragrances. Keeping my Parfums de Marly Valaya, I really do enjoy this. I would never buy a full bottle unless I won the lottery. I mainly keep it to keep a fresh memory so I can compare it to my Inspired By. Homage Guidance, love it. Love it. This is one that is oh so hyped that I was like, there's no way it's so good, but it's so good. I love it. You have to like super powerful, spicy fragrances. I think this picks up differently on different people. I've heard some interesting things that it is supposed to smell like. No, I don't understand where that's coming from. I think maybe people are just saying that because it's kind of a sexy fragrance, but I don't get anything like that. To me, this is like a very cinnamony, amber, baked good. Like, I just get a ton of cinnamon, and I love a lot of cinnamon. Like, I love Invite Only. Honestly, now mentioning it, this kind of reminds me of Invite Only. I get a lot more fruitiness in here, more than I get the cherry in Invite Only. But if you love the spice and the kind of punch to Invite Only, I do think you would like Guidance. And then Glass House Kyoto in Bloom. I know I've mentioned this so many times, but the only reason I picked this up is because my brother lived and passed in Kyoto, and so I had to pick it up. I do enjoy the fragrance. I don't think I would buy a full bottle, but I wanted to hang on to the sample. I also played around with some of my Novitus samples. I have the Baklava Royale, which I love. It's so good, but to me it is definitely a winter fragrance, so I'm not worried about picking it up right now. Caramel Pop, which is Vivamore, which is an offshoot of Novitus, and honestly, truly, like you've stuck your head in caramel popcorn. So good, so delicious, but it's actually so gourmand that it makes me want to eat sweets, so I don't want to wear that. And then Novitus Lost in a Dream. And I actually just found a really good deal on Mercari, so I did pick it up because I like it, but I'm not willing to spend full price on it. If you like commodity milk, you will like this. I don't want to say, very much don't love commodity milk because I get a lot of smoke in that one. I picked up a sample again, and I liked it more than I used to because my nose is changing, but I still get a lot more smoke in that one. I get a lot more of the milky, vanilla, buttery vibes in the Lost in a Dream. And then I do want to mention that I actually added two things to my tray because for our weekend away, I was around my mother-in-law who doesn't do fragrances, like they bother her very much, and Skylar is known to be like a clean, hypoallergenic brand, and I was like, well then this is what I'm gonna take, this is what I'm gonna wear. I would not spray them in the house because the last time I sprayed perfume in the house it really aggravated her asthma, and I don't want to do that again. This is Indigo Valley and Skylar Boardwalk Delight, and just recently my nose is making such a major shift that I'm like, I don't know what to do. Who am I? What do I do? Because my collection is a lot of very sugary sweet fragrances, like I am very much a gourmand, sugary, flirty, fun kind of gal when it comes to my fragrance choices. But just like as we started to hit April, my nose is changing and I'm not craving them as much. Sometimes I'm even kind of like, ugh, when I smell them. I hope this is just a phase because I don't know what I'll do. I'd have to probably downsize like half of my collection. But anyways, I'm mentioning this because right now my nose is not loving something as sweet as Boardwalk Delight. It's sugary sweet. It's cotton candy, like full-on cotton candy, sugar, and some coconut milk, which I do really like the addition in here. But Indigo Valley, this is a unique one. This is one that my nose always enjoyed, but it wasn't something I would reach for because, again, it just wasn't my usual super sweet gourmand type fragrance. This is very fresh. I could see it being unisex on the right man, but I personally love it on myself. This is a blueberry mocha, but I get very fresh, almost like shampoo-y blueberry. But then there's this creaminess in there. I don't get a lot of the chocolate, but I could see how it's kind of in there, giving just a little bit of, almost kind of like you can feel like the bitterness of dark chocolate in your mouth. But the sweetness and juiciness of the blueberry keeps it from going too bitter. It's very unique, honestly. I don't really have anything else quite like this in my collection. Love Indigo Valley. The two together, this is what my nose is talking about, and that's how I wore it all weekend, because this tames the sweetness, but the blueberry in here brings out the fruitiness of the Boardwalk Delight, and the freshness in here, like they just play so well together. And it was so warm and sunny and nice, and it was just like the perfect, fun, yummy, but still fresh fragrance that's not going to make you feel ugh when it's warm out. Sorry, I have to read a message. My friend just had a baby. It's like so exciting now when my friends have their first babies, because like a lot of my mom friends, like I'm one of the few mom friends who only has one kiddo, but it's like then for some of my friends that were a few years younger than me, they're starting to have their families, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I could kind of like give you some advice or words of wisdom, because you know my girl's 3 now and I remember the newborn stage, and I don't know, it's just fun, exciting. And I saw my friend's text, I'm like, gotta answer it now. Okay, anyways, back to the video. Then 2 I put on just because I haven't reached for these enough. Sensual Instinct and Sweet Peony. Okay, I found with Sweet Peony, I do enjoy it, but for being a menthol fragrance, this does not pack a lot of a punch. That's another thing with my nose. Just recently, I feel like I'm going nose blind to things really quickly, and I don't know if it's the weather kind of bouncing back and forth or what's going on, but I was just not picking this up very much throughout the day, which for menthol is kind of strange because they're known to be quite powerful. Sensual Instinct is usually something I would pick more for winter. I put it on this evening because I'm like, it's chilly down here. I'm feeling winter vibes right now. I actually love pairing the 2 together because this is a pretty boss babe, like CEO. I do major meetings and I wear a business suit. Definitely unisex, but you get a very rich praline in there. And it's just not my typical, like it's a time and a place for me, but it's not my typical by any means. But this kind of lightens it up, brings in a little sweetness, a little femininity, and I feel like the 2 together, like I almost never wear them separately. I almost always pair them together, so I really love those together. Okay, that is the March tray. Honestly, quite successful. Excited to start fresh with April, even though we're a weekend. I know, I'm so behind. I'm so sorry. Very unsure about what to put on my April tray. There's one fragrance that I have in mind, and I will tell you, for my birthday, I did some damage. I overbought just a little. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I overbought a little bit. But you know, we got the tax refund. I was like, it's my birthday. Anyways, I went a little crazy, okay? So I need to save some of those for a full-on video for you guys. So that will be coming. But there are definitely some in there that I really want to pick for the month of April. So anyways, I'm going to grab my handy dandy little iPhone, go to my collection, look at some stuff. Let's go. Okay, up here top shelf, I have been wanting so badly to use my Kind Intentions. I have not given this a proper wear since I bought it, so it's time. And then, gosh, it's literally so hard right now to pick because the season is just bouncing around and it's like I don't know what vibe I'm going for. Honestly, so hard. Ooh, I am thinking Mod Vanilla. I have not worn that in a while and it's so good. All right, gonna think about it. I'll check in with you. Okay, some decisions have been made and it was not easy. It was not an easy choice at all. When your collection's so big, it makes deciding quite difficult. I will run through what I selected and some thoughts on why. Every month, when I pick fragrances, part of it is to reach for things that I'm not reaching for, to see if I'm still loving things that I did love, and the things that I was on the fence about to make final decisions like, is this worth keeping in my collection? I have not worn Afnan Rare Tiffany in a long time. I've kept it because I got a great compliment wearing it, but I've never quite felt like me wearing it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick it, give it a good wear, and decide if I love it or not. Decided to pick up my 2 Letta perfumes because I don't wear these enough. I really love Oris 22. I'm on the fence about 18 Vanilla Nera. One that was gifted by Pacifica that I seriously cannot stop dreaming about, and it's called Dream Moon. There's something about the oat milk note in here that I love. This is like Baccarat mixed with an oat milk latte, and it's so good. I think about it all the time. Speaking of latte, for my birthday, it really wasn't my birthday. I just count like the whole month around my birthday. We were just at the mall walking around for fun, and my daughter wanted to go into Claire's and look at the little kids' jewelry. And I had seen a friend post on Instagram about the fragrances, and I was like, oh yeah, Claire's has fragrance. And I picked up Latte de Fraise. And oh my gosh, this is so good. This is truly like fruity cereal milk, and it's delicious. In the dry down, it gets a bit chocolatey. Honestly, unreal good. Got it for $12. Can't beat it. One that I don't pick up enough that I love. Oh my gosh, the Pistache skincare brand. Their body spray. Almond pistachio vibes, you know, like pistachio pudding, which I think is really flavored with almond flavoring and some pistachios in there. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. Anyways, very creamy, yummy, nutty with a whole lot of biscotti and a little spice in there. Honestly, so good. Can't wait to wear it. One that the other day that I thought about decluttering, then I smelled it, I was like, no, but I really do like it, so I'm not going to. Lolita Lempicka. One that I've just been itching to wear because I haven't worn it enough is the Valentino Anna Born in Roma Intense. I do like the original. When I got a sample of it and tried wearing it though, it kind of bothered my throat. Something about the woodiness in there. This is a very, very ambery version, and I love amber, one of my favorite notes. Mod Vanilla, and what made me want to wear this so bad is I finally got a chance to sniff Vanilla Vice. I did like it, but honestly, it's like the exact same as this. So good, love this, don't need Vanilla Vice. If you have this, it's still worth the sniff. Maybe you'll feel different, but I think they smell so similar. Hold on, I'm gonna swap something out, hold on. I was gonna pick my Duo version of Princess, which I love, because I wanted that marshmallow note, which I love. And I was like, you know what, I'm kind of into body sprays again. I know, I bashed them for so many years. I know, you guys are yelling at me behind the screen like, you really bashed them. I did, but I'm having a body spray moment. This Perfect Scents is so cheap. Their Marshmallow Cloud is so delicious. Kind Intentions. Salty Vanilla that I have not worn since purchasing. I will be real with you, I haven't. Can't wait to give it a full-on wear. Kind of funny. Salt Petals. A little similar in a way. You get that salty vibe in there. Kind Intentions has a lot of vanilla sweetness. This is much more a floral freshy. I really am impressed with the two new mix bars, Salt Petals, Passion Fruit Nectar. Very, very juicy, fruity. This one on its own doesn't blow me away, but Salt Petals and Passion Fruit Nectar together, amazing. Pure Poudre, one of those random Marshall finds, really a beautiful fragrance, very feminine. It is a little powdery but sweet, a little candy sweetness. This is really a unique one in my collection, and honestly smells quite expensive. I don't know if this is supposed to be based off of Narciso's Poudre. Is that what that one's called? The little, it's almost like a color like this square bottle. I smelled that once and I did not like it, but this I really like. Then some birthday purchases. I did pick up Baddie Al Oud because I've heard so many things about it. This is the Honor and Glory one. I do like it. I don't know if I'm in love with it yet. Maybe I need to wear her more. I had to pick up the Kylie perfume because there's a 40% off coupon. I'm a sucker. Honestly, it is really enjoyable. It's just, you know, nothing groundbreaking. Had to. This is the Huda Easy Bake Powder perfume. It is the perfume based off the Easy Bake Powder. Honestly, I'm obsessed with it. The price was quite good. I feel like she could have charged a lot more, like launched it under Kayali brand and gone full Kayali prices. This is like what my nose wants right now. Like, I still love the flirty, fun, pretty, sweet, yummy fragrances, but there's something about the type of powder in there that really grounds this, and it doesn't become cloying or too much or overpowering to my senses. It's lovely. I made a little short about it, but I really love it, you guys. Like, I really love it. That's what I'm putting on this month's tray. Holy moly, quite a few. I've had fuller trays, but I'm really excited for the month of April to keep playing with fragrances and to keep learning my collection, keep changing, taking things out, putting things in. You know, I'll always be putting things in. I'm officially on a no buy until we go on vacation in August. It'll give me plenty of time to find more loves, more things I don't love, and to always be working on making a curated collection. That is the goal. All right, guys, that is all for my April tray. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out with me later than usual. And I will see you guys in the next one. As always, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Mwah. Bye-bye.